This is the Benda Napoleonbob 500. I've got to be honest, I've only recently just heard about it. It's a Chinese company. They've been selling motorbikes, they actually sell ATVs like quad bikes and various things as well in Asia. Recently, just over the last sort of month or 6 weeks, they've started selling their motorcycles, in Europe, US and the UK market. Today, the Benda Napoleonbob is Benda's version of a bobber-styled motorcycle. The Benda 500 Napoleon is coming in at $6,399 US dollars. British sterling price, I'll put up on the screen somewhere around here because that's yet to be confirmed and I don't want to get it wrong. Look up here. Let's get to the beating heart of the motorcycle. We've got a 475cc V-twin, very nice, with 47 horsepower and 42 Newton meters of torque. Right, just before we start to go riding, guys, key, really cool little touch down here. This is where your key goes, on the side there. Got a nice circular TFT dash. I want to show you this, it is so worth it. This is the first thing that surprised me when I started this bike up. Listen to that. I think it sets a rev limiter when you're in idle, but it sounds absolutely really good. And I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I was thinking from a Chinese company coming out with a bobber, I was like, oh, this is it's going to be an interesting ride, isn't it? Maybe not, I don't know how to put it, the top quality, most authentic motorcycle. But it sounds like an absolute weapon, really nice. Pulling out of the pub here, which is, let's be honest, I think the majority of the time of where this bike may spend its time. First impressions, it's very low down. Look, this is a really classically styled bobber. Super low seat height, it's 695mm seat height, so you are very close to the ground. I'm massively, almost a 90-degree bend in my knees whilst my feet on the ground, and it is an event compared to any other normal motorcycle. You hop on a bobber, you're slightly leant forward, or quite a bit leant forward actually, very low to the ground. My feet are in front of me. It's not like a cruiser, I'm not laid back, I'm leant forward, but my feet are in front of me and I'm almost scraping the ground. It's a really eventful riding position. Benda are selling this and also promoting it quite heavily on their website as an urban motorcycle. So this has really been designed, look at it in the mirror, can you see that? It's so cool. I love the floating seat at the back. Getting distracted. It's really been designed as a I think looking cool sort of cafe racer, cruising around town, around the city, going to your different pubs, to the cafes, getting some good attention and feeling cool. Immediately jumping on, God, this bus, no, he's learning, poor bloke. Immediately jumping on, you do feel cool. It feels super cool, and it sounds, like I say again, they've really nailed it on the sound. A really big kudos, Benda. It sounds naughty, very cool. You get looks as well with the noise. It is. I quite want one of these. First off, the clutch. So this is not like a Harley Davidson. You may imagine it's a bit like a Harley or a big cruiser and everything's heavy and clunky, which is a nice attribute to big cruisers. Not at all. Really light clutch lever and a very smooth light gear change as well. So actually quite a cool contrast. It feels modern. It doesn't feel like an old clunky gadoof into gear old school thing. It's slightly reminiscent if you've ever ridden a Triumph Bonneville. It is slightly reminding me of that. and that's quite a high compliment. The throttle, it's absolutely fine. Just a notice, you do notice it's a little bit sensitive as you roll on. That first roll on, I'm just noticing with the throttle. Right, I'm going to show you the turning circle. It's something I've noticed that may be a bit of a downfall for in town. Look, this is a bobber. It's not the most practical, it's not built for practicality in any way. That's not what they're designed for. But if we get to a normal road here, and now it probably will make it actually, but the turning circle's not the best I've ever experienced. And this is a fairly wide road. No, didn't make it. Yeah, so turning circle, not great for in town. One to oh, no entry. Good at that, right? Oh god, I got to turn around again now. Go on, Beba. Yeah, she made it. One to note is not the best of turning circles in town. So far, actually, genuinely, I'm very impressed. You get some of the stereotypes about Chinese-built things, especially motorcycles and cars, but watch out Triumph Bobber. Not quite, but these guys are really onto something. If you're after just a town, very cool-looking motorcycle, this is really, really worth considering for the price. This is also A2 compliant, guys, so if you don't have your full license, A2 license, you can get on one of these and you can really enjoy the ride on this. It's a serious piece of kit. Right, so a few specs. Like I said, it's 215 kilograms, so not amazingly light, but it's not heavy. You're so low to the ground with a 695mm seat height. It's very manageable. I would think you'd struggle to drop it. Just want to make a note on the quality of the build. It's quite surprising. Like, these are all quality alloys. Well, that's plastic, but it doesn't look it. The wheels are really nice. Let me know what you think of the wheels. The gold wheels in contrast with the gold engine here. Really nice touch. Tank, obviously metal tank, quality. Very much like the Napoleonbob sign there. The seat, I said it's not comfortable earlier, which it's not built for long touring and it's not amazingly comfortable riding position. That's not what bobbers are about. But the seat is comfortable. The seat's really good quality. It's actually a nice material, nice sort of gold bronze stitching in it, and the seat is comfortable on your rear end. Again, on the quality, just all of the touch points, the bar end mirrors here. That's really nice quality feeling alloy. Nothing really cheap feeling about it. The switch gear, it's plasticky switch gear. But a lot of manufacturers have plasticky switch gear, and at this price point, not a problem. Fuel cap, I know it's a small one, but fuel cap's really quality feeling. Front suspension, you've got telescopic forks with 117mm of travel. These little puppies here, these are actually plastic and they're just covers, they're just over the forks. I personally love them. I think that's what makes the bike stand out quite a lot. Looks really cool, and you wouldn't really notice. I think any just casual onlooker would think this is genuinely the suspension. Okay, front brakes, so just on the other side, it's a single 320mm disc with actually a 4-piston radially mounted caliper. Rear brakes, which are quite handy in town actually sometimes, just for that slow manoeuvring. You have a 260mm disc with a 2-piston caliper. On the rear suspension you have dual shocks, with 30mm of travel, not a lot of travel. Last but very much not least, guys, not sure if you can see that with the angle of the sun, apologies, but it's a belt drive, so no chain maintenance on this motorcycle, which, big thumbs up from me, I really like that. Coming out onto some faster roads, 47 brake horsepower, 42 Newton meters of torque. I think you can still hear it, I hope you can hear it. It's really loud. This is the best stock sounding motorcycle I've ridden in a while. So the engine, and I'm really not just saying this, it's really very impressive. It's a really nice motor. On these country lanes, I'm really not feeling lack of power. It actually feels fairly torquey. I mean, it's a V-twin, so it does have that cruiser vibe to it. It's a liquid-cooled V-twin, it's not air-cooled, but it feels torquey and quite meaty. I was thinking I'm going to hop on 500cc. I know that's not small, but I was thinking I'm going to be underwhelmed. But it actually oozes quality. It's got pull, 6-speed gearbox, very, very, very easily take you up to 60 miles an hour. It's plenty to have fun on. Up at 60, much past 60. You start to notice, but that's fine. Like, I wouldn't want to go much over 60 on a bike like this anyway, to be honest. So I think they've kept all of that power. It feels like they've kept all of the power in that nice usable range, fairly low down in the revs. Like, it might not be a handful of power, a lot of power, but it's all within that usable range. So I think the power feels like it's more power than it actually is. So far, that's looks, really big tick. Power, big tick as well. And build quality, I'm going to go for a big tick as well. So 3 really big ticks there. One note to point out on roads like this is you are so low down with this bobber style. Naturally, that's the design. You're so low down. I do feel a little bit inferior on these country lanes and bigger roads. I feel quite fragile. You know, you don't have that higher up riding position to see around corners over other traffic or anything, which is a point of safety and sort of feeling more confident on the bike. So that's something to note. Handling wise, like I mentioned earlier, it's got 16-inch wheels, so fairly small wheels. It's fun to handle. I can imagine when you're getting on a bit you might start scraping these pegs because of the ground clearance is so low. But if you can muster up the courage to carry it through a corner, she handles it. She really does. It's quite satisfying. I haven't ridden one of these cruiser bobber bikes in a while, and it's very cool being this low down to the ground. When you're coming around a corner, you feel like you can do that old scrape the ground, you know, with your hand. Sounds a bit childish, but it's a really nice feeling. So yeah, you can definitely take it out on country roads like this and have some serious fun. Yeah, listen to that. Yeah, purr baby, she purrs along. Turns in quite quickly. That's because of the 16-inch wheels, I think, and the low centre of gravity. Another point to mention, full colour round TFT dash. Now there's no riding modes, it's not ride by wire this bike, it's hop on, twist the throttle, that's all you get, the one mode. Absolutely fine, no problem. Dash is cool. Sometimes don't like TFT dashes on a sort of bobber cruiser style bike. It's blacked out, so you've got a black background. You've just got your speed, rev, time, a couple of other bits and bobs, very clear. So a note to mention on this engine, I'm really impressed with it. It's not an air-cooled V-twin like, you know, a Harley Davidson, an old school sort of Sportster Harley Davidson. It's like just full of character, shaking, you can feel the bike vibrating. It's not that vibe. This feels much more modern and in a way premium because of that modernness, because it's liquid cooled. It's smoother, it's not shaking as much. Yeah, worth a ride. This is a good bike. Now, having said that, by no means is this motor lacking character, as you might be able to tell. Plenty of character still there. It just feels slightly more refined, slightly more modern than an air-cooled V-twin. Wind protection on quicker roads. There's zero wind protection at the front. I think that's a given. It's fine, it's clean air, but yeah, no wind protection. Just coming back into town, I think the Napoleon 500, by the way, really cool name. I'm not too sure about Benda, or maybe that's just me being very immature, but Napoleon's a cool name. Coming into town, the Napoleon 500's natural habitat, and good for Benda on doing this. Actually, as I said earlier, she's great in town, but very nice point. And I wonder if they designed this intentionally, because they are promoting this motorcycle as a town commuting ride. The clutch and the gear lever really light, which is quite important in town. If you're slugging it around town, you got a really heavy clutch and gear lever. It's quite nice, but after a while, realistically, it gets a bit tiresome. So that's a really nice feature. Also, it looks cool. I've had a few looks on this, which is nice. Okay, time to wrap the review up. The Benda Napoleonbob 500. Overall, genuinely, I'm really impressed. Much higher quality than I was expecting. Look, it's not perfect. It's cost saving in a few places, but overall, yeah, really cool. Highly recommend, especially if you only have an A2 license. That's a very nice touch about it. Many thanks to Hable Motorcycles in Salisbury for lending me the bike for today. Always very helpful. So get down here, come for a coffee, guys. There's a cafe in there, or come for a chat. This over here, if you can see that properly, I can't remember the name properly. It's the LFC. I believe it's a 700. That's Benda as well. I'll put some pictures up. They do cool bikes. They do cruisers as well. The salespeople here are saying they're actually coming out with a 900 model cruiser as well, which I really want to ride now. Really want to ride that. I'm interested. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and found it valuable. And see you in the next time. This has been Red Ang Revival.